You know, my dear, it's really not easy for adults either. I know it looks like it's easy, and yet that's the difference between a 23-year-old me and a 63-year-old me. Now you handle things differently. You learn to handle things differently. And that's the example I give a lot to in regards to senior citizens that don't want to ask for help. They don't want to bother nobody. They don't want to, add anything extra to your work plate because you have a life and your family and work and kids and blah, 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 blah. Excuse me. And I wish we all would get out of that. I wish we all could say what I say. I do what I feel like doing when I feel like doing it. Minus going to work and taking care of your children, of course. Let's not be silly. Same problems you have, I have. I just react differently now. So you were speaking of the girls from 2 days ago, I think, about being a little nasty to me. And now I just choose to think I'm not going to get my blood pressure up. I'm not going to stress and worry and think about why. That's a waste of energy. I don't care. I don't know them. They're just people out to get attention somehow, some way. I don't know. But I don't care. I care about you and helping you talk out whatever you feel like talking about. I care about people that care about themselves to do the right thing, whether it's harder or not. And it's hard being nice to people, especially if you're authentic about it and not being nice and say, example, oh, okay, Tasha, I'll babysit your snake. All right. Just because you want to be my friend, or just because you want jewelry, or just because you want money, or just because of whatever. That's not being authentic. And eventually, it's going to come back to bite you in the butt. I'm a believer that you get what you give. So I'm not worried about things like what we discussed. There's no one-upman. Oh, I got this because you got that, or you got the bottom red shoes and I got a WBM, whatever car. That's not a true, authentic, happy life. You're just keeping up with those over there. And what good does that do you? I haven't seen in my years on this tiny little planet that did anybody any good except get them further and further in debt. And rich people have debt too, you know? So, if I were your mother, I would remind you that everything that's happening to you right now isn't going to matter in 2 weeks. Not even a week, really. Yet I understand it takes humans a long time to plot and plan, and then I'm going to do this, and then they're going to say this, and that's a waste of energy, too. If you're a true, authentic self, you will have a true, authentic, happy life, drama free. Even if it comes to your parents. I think you don't live at home anymore, right? I don't think you live at home anymore. So we can always, well, some of us can always feel free to go back home, and some of us can't. So I don't know what your situation is, and whatever it is, as long as you're your true, authentic self, because your parents are going to die. Nobody wants to hear that, and a lot of people think I'm heartless for saying it, but none of us get out alive, so to speak. Spirit never dies, but skin does, And then the grief and the this and the that, just like you're going through every day. When you love this boy, or you love that girl, or you want that car, and your credit's just not good enough, or you don't have enough money saved, they're just things. They're going to come and go. And yet you are always going to be your true, authentic self. And you're going to say no when you really mean no, not just to be nasty because you hate your sister and you don't want to babysit her kids. You see? It's always going to come back sooner or later. And that's the main reason why I choose not to raise my blood pressure over stupid people, stupid things, needy things. I mean, sure, there's a lot of things I want, and in a couple of months, I'm going to be able to get them for myself. I don't have to have it, but I sure would like some extra teacup dyes, or a new ink I just heard about from, I don't know if it's Chinese or Japanese company, Permanent Ink. That sounds really cool to me, because I want to start making junk journals, 8 by 11, folded in half, and I would like to make a cloth cover with that kind of ink. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, such is life. Those are just things. What's going to make me happy to do is put a smile on your face, if I can, authentically. Meaning, if you say, "Oh, I don't deserve a pendant," well, I can send it to you anyway, because that's between you and whatever God you believe in. That has nothing to do with me. You know, our opinions of others really is none of our business. You see, people say, "Oh, this person is this." All you have to do is, "Oh, what I'm trying to let go of." "Oh, on Witch Talk they do da 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 da, and you shouldn't do that." You can't tell people what to do and what not to do. You don't pay their rent, you don't pay their bills, you don't buy their food. I'm never here to tell anybody what to do. I think that's one of the worst things we humans do to each other. You should, blah, 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 blah. I didn't ask your opinion. And Mama says, if you give your opinion without them asking for it, like you did, thank you, then you take on part of their karma. Who needs more bills, more stress, more high blood pressure? Nobody. And yet there's humans out there every day just stabbing each other in the back. Just because it's easier, they think, to be evil than good. "Oh, you're so ugly. You can't get a man. You're so fat." That's what I was told all my life. "You're so fat. You're never going to get a man." Well, I don't have to have a man. Thank God I love myself more than anybody on this planet could. The only one that loved me more is my mama, and we know she's right here, loving me from the spirit world. And I love you, and I want to see you grow and blossom and be the one to succeed, and not keep up with the girls that buy all that makeup and dresses where your butt cheeks show, and that doesn't last. What lasts is you being good to yourself. Be your authentic self. If you don't want to help her study for her English test, then don't. If you don't want to give, I don't know, somebody a ride to college every day, then don't. Don't get it started. Then you won't have to have it stop, right? But if you say no to begin with, generally, most times, you can always change your no to a yes later. As long as you're being your true self and telling the truth, that's all that matters. Because I don't go to God for you. Say, "Oh yeah, she did so many nice things for me." Yeah, but did you know that she blah 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 blah, pew pew some other person over there? Nope, didn't know that. That's none of my business. My business is these four walls right here. That's it. Not yours or hers or his or anybody else's. Even my sons that I adopted, I can't tell them what to do. They're grown men now. And even when they were younger, I can't tell them what to do. They're going to do whatever they want anyways. So, why get upset over it? No need. Your true, authentic self is the most important person in this whole world. I'm going to be dead. Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, they're going to be dead. And you're going to be sitting here saying, "Oh, wow, I should have got the Toyota instead of the BWM car, the BMW car." Take your time. Choose wisely.